Hello, I'm Matt.
Hi, Matt.
How's it going?
Hi, Matt.
Just
It
fine.
looks like you guys had a little bit of trouble tonight.
We sure did.
This is a bed and breakfast. We have strangers coming
Yeah.
into our house all the time.
I guess the ironic thing, though, is how do you really know who's breaking in and who's supposed to be here?
Excuse me.
Having someone break into the inn would make me angry, but I would see it as a means to an end, to make the building safer, make the environment safer for our guests.
Is this you guys' apartment?
This is our
Yeah.
apartment.
See, what's most interesting to me about this place is that there are so many different ways to qualify. Is it a theater? Is it a restaurant? Is it a hotel? Is it a residence? And then what kind of security should be in place?
For me, it's my guest security is most important.
What is it they say about if you had a good experience, you'll tell 10 people. If you had a bad experience, you'll tell 100.
Right.
Well, there's going to be hundreds of people's getting an earful because of what happened here tonight, I think.
He went through my underwear drawer.
Of course, they took everything out of here, didn't they?
Okay, guys, so tell me exactly how this makes you feel.
I was very upset.
What's the most upsetting part?
It's being broken into, it's having stuff thrown all over the place. And my harps, that's $12,000 worth of very expensive instruments. It's just a feeling of being violated.
And a lot of times, when we do the show, it's people that just feel utterly helpless because they're nowhere near their home. This actually happened while you guys were in the same building.
That is probably, to me, the scariest. Whether you're downstairs or upstairs, you're definitely disconnected from the other area. You can't be there.
Right.
So that's probably the most frustrating thing for me.
Okay, what I'd like to do now is leave the apartment and go back downstairs and check out another couple spots, okay?
You got it.
This B&B is set up like a crazy labyrinth. It's got nooks and crannies everywhere. That could have spelled disaster for John, but it actually ended up helping him in the end. I haven't seen any signs of surveillance around here. It's one thing to leave yourself vulnerable, but Margaret and Clark have an obligation to their guests.
Okay, all right, now this is the room that you got trapped in.
Excuse me.
It's amazing to me because I would have done the same thing.
I'm happy to hear that.
I would have done it because I would have, we're in the customer service business, and if someone has a problem, I would go and take care of it. In hindsight, I can think of a lot of different things I might have done.
Right.
But at the spur of the moment, taking care of the guest is job one.
Okay, well, let's keep moving.
Okay.
Here to check in?
Clark and Margaret tell me they've owned this inn for 9 years and put everything they had into restoring the place. But never once did they really think about security.
I just wanted to bring you guys back here so you could show me the main brain of this entire business.
Well, the main brain is actually gone, is my computer. So basically, my business is gone.
That means that you would not be easily updated should this all go missing from you.
It'll take a lot more time to put together the information, the files, the data. It could take months to try to put that all back together again.
And that really just speaks to the vulnerability that you have because in a very short amount of time, you guys were hit pretty hard.
I feel for these guys. First, Margaret got locked into one of her own hotel rooms, and then Clark got blindsided. These two need a security intervention, but quick. And a little playback ought to do the job.
Well, it seems like business as usual,
Yep.
but are you guys nervous about what you think you might see?
I'm anxious, but I want to know how the so-and-so got into my place.
The little so-and-so. Okay, here's John.
Oh, this is it.
That motion sensor light just kicked on. Did you guys see that?
Yep.
Is that something that you guys have around the hotel?
We have it on that side in particular because our neighbors on that side are here on and off sporadically. The one in
It
the middle.
doesn't seem to have done you a whole lot of good on these other sides of the house, though.
No.
Those fingerprints.
Oh, look. Look, look,
What?
coming through the window.
Oh, wow.
I swear that window is locked.
Yeah, but he can, you know, he's going to get in whatever he can get in.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah. Let's not make too much noise.
So he just took your harp.
What are you thinking right now?
Oh, man.
It came down the fire escape of my harps. My God.
I can feel your look on me. Okay, look over there.
Okay.
Oh, come here. Hold on, hold on.
And if you look, the dinner theater's going on, everybody's having a good time.
Oh, get down, get down. Nice move. Hold on. Check the door.
Well, I wonder what they're doing in there.
We didn't bother to check it.
Okay, does this guy in the black look familiar?
Absolutely.
You've got to check this out, my friend. Have you ever been concerned about security while these dinner theaters are going on?
I've never thought about it. Just figured it would be no problem whatsoever.
What's up? Oh, what you got here? Over here.
This is one, there's numbers on it.
What you...
Everybody's attention is on the party. I don't
this is-
think anybody saw me.
Right, he walked past to use the bathroom. And
Yeah, so he's been in the show, so he knows exactly what's going on.
What's it like to see someone going through the guest rooms?
No, it's not good. I'll probably have to get my husband.
Okay, he's at the front desk. Here you are.
Yep.
And what's the conversation that's happening here?
He's telling me the wedding ring is down the toilet and he needs help and he doesn't know what to do. I should have said, so stick your hand down the toilet and like take the wedding ring. What am I, you know? I mean, really, I wanted to say that.
It's good. Sorry.
John just ran past you
He
in the
sure
hallway.
did.
Right.
People just walked by you with like saddlebags
There he
full of
is.
loot. Look!
Yep.
Man.
No.
What?
And what about you? Could you get it?
Your wife is being held captive. Is this freaking you out or what?
The idea of you going upstairs with these guys in there is scary to
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
You know?
Excuse me.
And what are you thinking right now, Margaret?
I'm like, oh, something bad's happened.
Sounds like you're having a good time.
I got the coats. I got the coats. We get the office. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
There they go. Look at them. Do you feel irresponsible?
Definitely feel responsible. Absolutely.
It's really scary, actually.
It is scary.
Well, I think that's just it. You guys really don't have the ability to be aware of everything going on in this giant property. But just having it way open like this is just, as you can tell, it's just pathetic. It's not gonna fly.
Right, that's true.
Okay, so you guys know everything that I know from watching this on video. What we might not know could be answered by meeting John.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to meet John?
Oh, absolutely.
I always thought we were safe up there.
It was easy. You guys really got to step it up.
Almost everything on this side of the table was in the safe.
How much money are we talking here? You can...
6,000, 7,000.
We did it, boys.
Clark and Margaret were living in the Stone Age when it came to security.
We do live by a code of ethics and trust.
But after watching John ransack their beloved Victorian hotel, they decided to join us in the 21st century.
Definitely feel responsible. Absolutely.
Now there's just one last thing to seal the deal for good.
My favorite bed and breakfast. All right.
Our
Obviously.
favorite guest.
Well, thank you.
First of all, it was scary having the door held, so I couldn't get out of the room. Excuse me.
I was just amazed at how easy it was and how you used my things to take my stuff.
I really pissed you off.
It did. I mean, it was just so easy for you to do that.
Let me ask you a question. Do you guys ID everyone who you allow to come into your home?
If you stay here, yes. If you just come for dinner or dinner theater, we don't.
Like my friend Bob.
Correct.
So he came here for dinner, and he helped me rob you. Don't you ever think about that?
I didn't.
We do now.
All right, so how did it feel when you saw me break into your own private apartment?
I always thought we were safe up there because we were on the top. Figured no one could ever get there.
It was easy, and if I really wanted to, I would have broken through your door.
Now, John, what you might not know is that this place, they have a lot of trust between the innkeepers and the patrons because they kind of operate on the honor system here, right, guys?
There's a balance between security and hominess. And there's a gray area in the middle there, which I think is where we need to be, obviously.
Well, I gotta tell you, you're nowhere near the gray area at all. You guys really gotta step it up. You gotta protect your customers and you gotta protect yourselves.
And I also want you to understand that security doesn't mean we're gonna have to lock this place down completely and wall off all the doors and windows, that it can be fun and it can be accommodating, all right? And the
Excellent.
first things first, we're gonna get your stuff back to you, okay?
That would be nice.
All right, let's go.
Great.
All right, guys, well, this is where all the attention was earlier when the show was going on. And now all the attention is here because, look, it's all your stuff.
Yo, look what's behind the suitcase. Safe. Did you really try to hide your safe with a suitcase?
Well, and the box on top.
The double whammy, and then you left the key in there. You should have just had arrows. Just keep moving, arrow pointing here to the safe, because I don't know how to say this lightly, but it's a terrible place to hide it. So let's break it down. What did I get that was in your safe?
Almost everything on this side of the table was in the safe. The cash,
Money. How much money are we talking here? You can...
6,000, 7,000.
We did it, boys. Wow, this is a big display of jewelry here. So you guys cleaning out the guests as they come in, or what's your scam here?
This is just old stuff that I've had for years. This, luckily, does not have the ring in it.
That would have been a beaut.
Most of this is all one of a kind. I couldn't replace it.
Now, what's on your laptops?
My laptops actually hold all of my business records.
Would I be able to take this information on your laptop and learn more about your clients?
You can get personal information about us.
That mixed in with your passports is a pretty strong identity theft for you guys. Now, whose are these?
These are mine. And they're very expensive instruments.
Well, I mean, it sounds like that you wouldn't just miss the monetary value of it.
Well, no. I miss that I wouldn't have them.
And you took my money to pay for the new one, so she'd be out totally.
You both would be in trouble.
This was one con job for the Thief Hall of Fame. Stellar scheming and skills led John and his cohorts to a whopping 40 grand worth of cash, jewelry, computers, and harps. Time to clean this mess up and post a guard for the long night ahead. With virtually no security around here, a lone concierge just doesn't cut it. Tomorrow, I've got a huge job ahead of me. I've got to give this place a complete security overhaul while keeping it guest-friendly. John's coming back for round 2 in just a few weeks to put all of us to the test. And I don't want to hear about any cloak and dagger business again.
Oh, wow, this was a huge job for my accomplices and myself, but you know what? This is a huge place to keep safe.
I know.
They're not doing a good job.
There's so many like little hallways and offshoot bedrooms that it's gonna take a lot of manpower tomorrow to get this place in tip-top condition.
I mean, they mentioned that also they don't want to make the place seem unattractive, but I think that you can find ways to make them see that security is attractive to people when they go places.
Yeah.
It makes them feel safe.
Absolutely. You know, my only concern is that I'm gonna have enough men to do this job tomorrow morning, but I think I've got a few extra hands to help us.
Oh yeah, how's that?
There's Ghost in there!
You scared me. Let's get out of here.
Okay. You're gonna have the ability to check out what's going on outside and inside. I got you magnetic key card.
Innkeepers Margaret and Clark were so concerned with the aesthetics of their old hotel that security never came to mind. And boy, did they pay the price. Today, I'm back to retrofit this place with the biggest and baddest in high-tech security gear. Yesterday, John decided to take the sneaky way in, but he just as easily could have walked right in through the front door. And since they only lock the door at night when no one's on watch, Margaret and Clark just pass out the keys to the place like they're candy. Those days are over.
To avoid having keys all over the county and to make the process of a guest getting in after hours much simpler and much safer, I got you these. These are magnetic key cards.
So instead of having keys out that can be copied, we just have a simple card.
It's great.
You want to try it?
I do.
Okay.
That's
so
easy.
Cool.
This old inn is huge. It's got 45 other easily accessible doors.
Well, why don't you just show me on the inside here exactly how you would go about securing this wing of the house. Ready?
I'm ready. You broke my lock.
That was even easier than I thought it was gonna be. Come back out here. Now, come on. I tell you what I'm gonna do is we're gonna outfit all the doors around here with brand new high security door hardware.
Fantastic.
I don't know when they're gonna get to this one, but the sooner they do, the better I'll feel about it.
I agree.
All right, let's head back inside.
Thank you.
Clark and Margaret pride themselves on the way they run their business, but there's no defense for the bookkeeping part of it. Old school handwritten index cards just don't cut it. It's time to get these two with a more futuristic program.
Phil, why don't you tell them a little bit about what this does?
Absolutely. Passage Point is a very secure and efficient way to log in your visitors and actually keep that information on file in case you need it at a later time. So
Okay.
Matt, can I see your driver's license? Now it's scanning, and you're gonna see. I've automatically
Oh,
populated
boy.
the fields with the information that you want.
You're getting a whole lot more information about the clientele, and it's actually taking you much less time.
Absolutely.
All right, well, this is a great tool, and the sooner we get it up at that front desk, the better. So I'll leave you guys to do that, and I'd like to show you something this way.
You got
Okay?
it.
All right.
Yesterday, while Margaret was being detained, John had full reign of the front desk. Money, personal guest info, and keys were scattered